I went to America in September. It's always been my ambition to go to America, and I finally saved up enough money and went. And it's always been long-standing. I mean, you know, you've seen so much on the telly and everything, haven't you? And I thought, well, I'd love to go. And like, although they speak English and everything, it's almost like it is a foreign country. I mean, like, you can be really lost sometimes on what they're talking about and stuff like that. And people said to me, like, what did you think of America? And it's difficult, really, because when you get there, it doesn't surprise you, you know, because you've seen it all before. It's exactly as you picture it. It's no different at all. It's warm, and all the policemen are deformed, you know, all in wheelchairs or with flasher Macs or one arm, and I mean, driving around the highways everywhere, fantastic highways. You can get anywhere in about 3 days. And And I'd hired a car, and there was this place. It was in Sunset Boulevard or something, and it was called Rent-A-Wreck. Literally, called Rent-A-Wreck. And I got this Mustang three-wheeler, I think, including the steering wheel. You know? And I was driving because there's a 55-mile-an-hour blanket speed limit all over America. And then I thought, well, you know, if I get caught, I'm in here for a couple of weeks. So like I was belting everywhere at about 18, cellophane flapping in the windows. And like obviously I've been there for about sort of 4 or 5 days, and then it happened, you know, one day, and suddenly whip, 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 whip. These police cars go whip, whip, they go whip, 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 and whip, whip, whip. Club, club, club. And they pull up behind you, you know, they don't pull up in front of you. So like they sort of draw it by the side, you know, and they say pull over, and then they pull up behind you, and like and I was sort of sitting there, and suddenly like there's this 6-shooter in my ear, yeah, like bronk, like a bicycle clips job, you know. Sorry, you have to know the joke about it. And he said, "Okay, buddy, you got your license?" I mean, I've never had a 6-gun poked in my ear before. I mean, I've had a few things poked in me, but not a 6-gun. So I said, English. He said, "Okay, you got your license?" It's in the bag. "Okay, nice and easy." I gave him a license, and I was absolutely petrified, really. And he sort of sat there with this 6-shooter, like, you know, and he started flipping through my license. Now, I don't know whether you think this is funny, but like, he was flipping through, right? And he said, "Hey, you're a pretty good driver, huh?" "You sure are. You've been endorsed 3 times." Yeah, I've driven around a bit, you know what I mean? Like, me and James Hunt, you know what I mean? And like, because obviously he didn't know what it was on there. And like, he was really sort of interested, and they love English people. He said, "English, huh?" I said, yeah. He said, "Do you know Mrs. Harris in Blackpool?" Could do. A woman? Yeah. Like hair and legs? Yeah. I think I know her. I think I met her. Fantastic. And got off with it. And everywhere, there's so many cars in America, you know, because like there's so many quiz shows on television. That's right. Because they're like, that's it. That's all you ever win on quiz shows in America, these bloody cars, you know. You're sitting in the audience, you win a car. You know? "You won a car, Mac?" "I don't want a car, I got 3. "What do you mean you don't want a car? You won one, it's free. I don't want a car. I want to win the garden spade." "Oh, you can't have the garden spade. No, that's top prize. How do you? You got the booby prize, it's a car. Oh, my garden needs digging, you know, you got a car." See people stop at traffic lights. "Where'd you win your car, buddy?" "I don't know, sale of the century or something." And the adverts as well. Like, I mean, they have so many adverts. You watch about 2 minutes of a film, and suddenly, blink, there's the advert. You know, like about 3 minutes of it, and they don't tell you that it's coming on. because like over here, it's like end of part one, blunk, you've got an advert, at least you know it's coming. Over there, you don't, suddenly you're watching something like, Dorothy, your eyes are just like margarine. Eh? You suddenly realise it's an advert, and then they're back into the film and you just lose it completely. You haven't got a clue what's going on at all. And they love adverts about constipation pills. I'm not putting it. Every other advert's for a constipation pill. And there's this, when I was there, there's great big ructions in America because they'd finally got John Wayne to advertise his constipation pill. They paid him about $2 million or something. I never knew John Wayne was constipated. I suppose, I bet he wasn't. He had to make himself to, stuffed himself with bananas or something. It's a silly thing, isn't it? They're all crazy in America, I tell you. And the language thing, right? It's English, what we speak, right? It isn't. And I remember something like, was it a handbag? They don't know what a handbag is, right? If you lose your handbag, forget it. Because to them, it's a pocketbook. Or a purse, right? And I said to, I remember, I said to one guy, I said, here, someone's nicked me pen. Huh? Someone's been notching it with a knife. Huh? You get around in circles all day, If you went up to a copper and said, excuse me, I've had my handbag nicked. What? Got your license, buddy? And they got a great word. They got a great word out there. And I heard it several times and I thought, what a knockout word. And it's zit. Z-I-T, zit. And I wondered what it meant, and I finally had to ask. And it's American slang for our spot or pimple, if you've got a pimple or a spot. They're dull words, aren't they? Got this spot here, look at this pimple here. Look at this zit! It sums up what it is, isn't it? It's a zit. I was covered in them as a kid, 16, I'd have been known as the zit kid. Thousands of them, And I always used to get a zit if I had a Mars bar, You're either Cadbury's Flake, Crunchy or Mars bar. Some people are Maltesers, but normally Mars bars are the one, I think. Eat a Mars bar, next day, bloody great zit. You been eating Mars bars? Yeah, look at that. Whoa, what a zit, yeah. A Mars a day helps you work, rest and zit. You can't resist them, can you? Hey. Because it's your mum, don't touch your spots, Jasper, they'll spread. No, Mum. I could do 4 foot onto the bathroom mirror, Hey. The ones on the forehead are best, aren't they? Wait. What are you doing in the bathroom, Jasper? Nothing, Mum, nothing. Love it. I must go back again. Aye. I tell you, yes, as well. Oh, funniest thing happened to me in America. This is true, really. And we're all right. It's a fairly adult. Yes, we're all right. There's no young kids in us. There's no Tiswas fanatics. Well, that's all right. But Tiswas fanatics are about 20. But there was this. This is true. Really, this is true. There's a chap, an Englishman, who lived in Los Angeles with this terrific sense of humour. Because Los Angeles is in California, as you know, and the cars over there are licensed by the state that you're in. So if you're in California, you have a California license plate. And in California, you can have whatever numbers and letters on your license plate that you want. You just send it in and they'll send you anything. But if you want something specific, they'll put it on. As long as no one else has got it, you can have it. You can have letters or numbers and letters. And there's this Englishman, right, who lives in Los Angeles, and he owns this beautiful, big, shiny Cadillac, right? And he drives around with his California license plate, and on it is BOLLOCKS. Because they don't know what it means, you see. No? They don't use that word in America at all. And I mean, the first time I saw it, I was in apoplexy. And I was with this American woman, you know, and I was going, oh, look She's going, what's the matter with you? And I was going, the license plate. She's going, yeah, what about it? Oh. I said, is that an English word? I said, well, I've never thought about it. She said, what does it mean? Well, it's slang for zits. That's the only thing I could think of at the time. And she believed me too. And then she came over here in February. And walked into Boots. I mean, it was hysterical. Well, yeah. Excuse me, you got anything for these bollocks here? Oh, I did laugh. Yeah.